What's up, y'all?
Hey,
Happy Money Monday, everybody. Bro's having a good day here. Fully officially in November, which means Black Friday is pretty much here before you know it. So that'll be very exciting. And seems like there's already a lot of kind of good sourcing opportunities kind of going off right off the bat here. But yeah, let us know who we got. What's up, Kara? What's up, Matt? KB, HJC. Good to see you guys.
That's actually Hunter right there. He's on it. I mean, he's substantially. I mean, he dripped up the profile picture.
He's kind of mogging us in the profile picture. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, if you guys are hopping in, let us know any questions you guys have when it comes to selling on Amazon. Probably hang out for 25-30 minutes, answer all you guys' questions, and just like some quick kind of dates to keep in mind. I know pretty much everybody's kind of getting prepped for Q4. Try to get those like holiday specific products sent off to Amazon ASAP if they're like true like Christmas items, like ornaments or lights and that kind of thing. And then you got like another 1 to 2 weeks to be on the riskier side. If you're sending in like beauty products and shoes, you want them to check in on like the middle of December, and then it'll be pretty much all FBM season after that. If you're really like maximizing everything, and then keep in mind, don't spend all your money on like November 20th because you're gonna want to have a little bit of capital held back for those Black Friday sales as well.
Yeah, 100%. That is absolutely the playbook right there. And then the best day is December 5th to the 20th for FBM stuff. And then if you want a breakdown of what Warner just mentioned and then more stuff in detail too, come to the free class we got going down tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be all things getting started selling on Amazon, but also more importantly, in my opinion, once you know the basics, just how to execute during Q4 correctly. Q4 has been by far the biggest months of growth for both Warner and myself during our Amazon journeys and everything. And it's just a really, really good magical time. And we want to make sure we help you guys navigate that as best as possible. Right. And so you can just check the link in the description to go ahead and get registered for that. Also, Hunter, how much have you sold so far? I think you did 1K your first week, right? Let us know in
that's what's up. Yeah,
in chat right there. Yeah,
what's up, Ryan? Yeah, Ryan said Corey. I was thinking about that beforehand. We should have like a joking like Hall of Fame ceremony for Corey. Yeah, we need like a what's the equivalent of like a gold jacket for Amazon creators.
Well, I like how Shopify does it. How like I think it's when you make your like 100,000 sale, they send you a plaque or something. Or
that's cool.
Amazon should do that too. I don't know why they don't.
Feels like it'd be very cheap for them to do that.
Yeah, right. It's great for retention and everything there. Yeah,
that'd be cool. I'd take some extra plaques.
Yeah, Ryan, why'd you show up to the conference so late, man? Why'd you show up why'd you show up at 2:00, Ryan? It started at like 9.
He's already too rich. He doesn't need it.
Makes sense right there. Too. Okay, what's up, Minaz? Says, for ungating, is Frontier website legit? And do I need an LLC for placing an order on this website? So, yeah, Frontier Co-op is legit, and it's totally a great site for ungating in 2025, guys. I think you need an LLC for the business section of the website. You familiar with that, Warner?
Yeah, you do. You need a resale permit and an LLC for Frontier.
Yeah,
but so you also don't necessarily even need to do that. You can always just buy from like a retail store.
Yeah, Target's what you should probably use for that. But you hear Frontier Co-op and EE Distribution brought up a lot over the years as ungating resources. As ungating's gotten easier the past couple of years in respect to just using retail order confirmations and done everything. Target's just such a great resource. Don't worry about like setting up an account with Frontier and everything just to find like stuff that maybe doesn't sell super quick or just breaks even or anything. And you don't need to do the LLC right away. Amazon doesn't require it. You don't need the reseller's permit ever. It is very helpful though. You don't need it ever though. Or it's not required ever unless you want to do wholesale, but it is very helpful. Sure. Oh, Revolution's in the cut. Shout out to Paul. I have no idea, but I enjoy seeing Paul at Sellers United every year. What stores ungate the Mattel brand? Definitely Target. Yeah, for sure. Target is going to be the playbook on that. Yeah.
Yeah. Any legit retailer work, on the ungate process feels overwhelming or whatever. I know Miles made an awesome video on ungating. You guys should check it out if that's a roadblock at all for you.
Hell yeah. Yeah. It's also got the big list of auto ungate agents too. And then tomorrow we're going to get you guys right on some auto ungate products as well too on that as well. And everything. For anyone who missed too, we brought back the Buy Box Bandits podcast. You can check that out on all podcast platforms as well. It's going to be good for you right there. And any questions y'all got? But good to see you in the cut, Revelations. Good to see you in the cut for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, Mattel might be 100 units. I'm not sure if it is though. It very well could be. I mean, it's a pretty big brand.
Yeah. Let us anyone who did Halloween, if you sold Halloween products, let us know if you're how it's going. I sold a little bit and the returns are as advertised. I tested the waters again, fell for it again award or something like that. Yeah, curious if you guys jumped on that. What's up, Tam? You said can you still ungate a brand with 10 units even if it asks for 100? That's what I do. That's what a lot of people do. You probably submit more times, but obviously it's 10 times cheaper. So that's how I like to do it rather than buying. Sometimes it'll be like 300 of it.
Yeah. The key is Yankee Candle is an incredibly cheap brand though. So if you were to buy 100 for the Yankee Candle ungate, you actually would end up spending less money than some 10 unit ungate.
That's true. Yeah. Some brands just go for it. Yeah.
Because you can buy stuff so cheap on the Yankee Candle website. Like, I mean, some super profitable inventory, you're literally buying for like $3 a unit and stuff like that.
But then you got, I don't know, like a Milwaukee Tools or something like that, where the cheapest thing's gonna be like $30. Probably just stick to 10.
Yeah, you could get lucky with like tape and stuff like that. But yeah, you're completely right. I did my Halloween on eBay, no returns. Smart, man.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Yeah. Is there always a lot of returns with Halloween and Christmas items? Halloween costumes are the most returned product on Amazon specifically because people treat it like a free costume rental service. Christmas items, not so much, just because like if you buy Christmas lights, you're probably keeping them and you're going to put them up every year, right? Or a Santa hat, that kind of thing. That's, stuff that people want to have. I'm sure there's a little bit of extra returns with super seasonal Christmas. I haven't done too much like mega seasonal Christmas, usually just because there's too much opportunity and stuff that, think like the toys or the shoes or the beauty items that sell a lot faster, but they'll keep selling. So you're not like running out of opportunity.
Yep. Okay, good question from Debbie here. It seems like buy box always goes to FBA sellers. I'm not quite there. Do FBM sellers have a chance? Okay, phenomenal question from Debbie, and I'm going to pull up 2 examples and show you exactly how to go ahead and check that. The nice thing is you can choose to be there tomorrow if you want to be, right? You can easily create an FBA shipment nice and easy. You can overnight the FAT labels and everything, but not every listing is FBM friendly. But more and more things are FBM friendly literally every day this year, right? So you only want to FBM listings. You can see other people making money on FBM. And the main way to go ahead and check that is, one sec, let me get up the key. But great question, by the way, Debbie. So we go here, boom. Let's take a look at these guys here, right? And we can see, taking a look at this item, right? The way I go ahead and check if I can, or if it makes sense for me to FBM this product, just from like a getting the buy box perspective, is I'm just going to scroll down here and I'm going to hit data and then buy box statistics, right? And then I'm going to check for where or if there's FBM sellers getting buy box. So I scroll down on Keepa and I hit data and then buy box statistics, right? And then I can zoom in and I can see that only FBA sellers are getting buy box on this item, right? There's no FBM sellers getting buy box right here, right? But then if I go over to this product, if I go here and hit data and then buy box statistics, I can see that a bunch of sellers are getting buy box FBM here, right? Because they don't have that FBA check mark, right? So if they have the check mark here in the FBA column, they're FBA. If they don't, they're FBM. And you want to make sure, a good rule of thumb is, unless it's a crazy fast selling listing, you want to see 20% or more of the buy box share going to FBM people. Basically, right there. Yep. And then keeping going with that too, a really good tip too as well, is most of the time FBA and FBM are the same profit, but items that are above $20 in the sale price and below £1, right, tend to be substantially more profitable FBM compared to FBA, but the way you actually go ahead and see that, a lot of people don't know how to do. So if you scroll down here on SellerAmp and go to the profit calculator and toggle it to FBM here, right? We can see, right? Say we plug in like a $9 buy cost here. This item is just about the same, but a lot of items that fit this criteria, the FBA fees are a little higher and they're more profitable FBM. This actually isn't a good example here. I thought it was, but we can see that it's just about the same profit here. And a lot of newer sellers forget to put that FBM cost right there. They forget to put the FBM cost in there. You want to make sure you do that. And the way you can get a little guide on that is this website, howtofbm.com. So you can take that guide right there, and then you know what to go ahead and plug in on the FBM cost to check the profitability right there. Very, very good question, Devius. Very important stuff.
Yep. Absolutely. Oh, I just noticed. What's up, Debbie? How's everything going for you guys? That's one of our like family friends.
Cool.
They've been tapped in for a while. Curious, how are sales going for you guys? Sweet. Let's see. Cassandra's asking, with Corey leaving Amazon, is there other wholesale you recommend follow for content? Yeah. Kajua or Jonah.
Yep. Yeah.
Are our friends. If you could look up like Jonah FBA, that'd be good. They have like they have a good wholesale community basically. Super good guys. So you said you submitted an invoice to get ungated and said it could take up to November 9th to get a decision. Yeah, usually they give you like a super late, like guaranteed date. Almost always it'll be within the first 24 hours. And if not, it'll probably be in 48 hours. It's usually pretty quick.
Let's see. Hey, all right, we gotta do a little rapid fire here. Let's see. Okay.
Somebody had an ace and I was getting that pulled up here.
Oh, cool. Yeah, the boy LWR. When do you guys start at? How long did it take you to find your first product? I found it the first day because I had some inventory, honestly, from different reselling businesses I had. In terms of online arbitrage sourcing, pretty quick too. But I had already done online arbitrage for non-Amazon products before, like not stuff to sell on Amazon. So it came relatively easy based on that. But the key is when you start doing storefront stalking, where a lot of people go wrong is they don't start out on actually online arbitrage products. So the big thing is you guys really want to make sure when you're starting out storefront stalking, you're starting out on products you see in Warner and I's videos or just similar stuff that you know folks are making money on reselling. A lot of people are looking at private label and wholesale listings and don't even realize it. Right there, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Mine was a little different. I started selling books, which obviously teaches you like nothing about reselling like name brand stuff beyond like how to send a shipment. It took me like 2 or 3 days. I remember. I was also like we're talking about like there's no good information. I was like trying to figure it out on my own, that kind of thing. I would say like if it takes you 4 or 5 hours to find your first item, that's not unreasonable with like the amount of information you have right now. So just be a little bit patient with yourself in the short term. Remember like right now it's fine if it takes a little while to find those items because it's like, all right, I'm building things to restock. I'm learning, what websites are good. I'm learning what brands are good. And it just like compounds very quickly once you start kind of understanding everything. Let's see. Somebody dropped an ace and we can go ahead and check out here. Let me get this popped up for you guys. It's like Barbie or something.
Let's see what we got.
Yeah. Sweet. So initially looking at this, it seems like it's like a very classic kind of Q4 item. Maybe you can see like a lot of people hopped on it. I am curious with since it's not a year old, sometimes you'll see stuff like this where a lot of people stock in for like probably expecting the sales to increase during the holidays. There's no history of it last year, so it's harder to know if it's like actually sustainable. This was a $200 paying $200 for a Barbie. I mean, they're still paying $80. That's like kind of insane. We can Google it real quick and see. They're like $60. Yes, I wouldn't buy it right now. Not for 60. It's like definitely not at 60. But this is a perfect example of something you go in here and you track the price on, because it seems like it is definitely decently in demand and might become a lot more in demand. Like it seems like it randomly, like maybe there's some kind of character or something I don't know about that gets more popular during like a certain time of year, because it seems like the price will like randomly pop. So you can definitely track this and say, all right, I know I can get this for $60 at Target. So it's probably gonna be like 120 or so. Not even, probably like 110. Yeah, where we're gonna make like an ideal profit. So you can just go in there and keep us, say, let me know when the buy box is $110 or more. Start tracking, and then you get like notified when that's back basically. So right now I would say no, but perfect candidate for tracking. Also put that on like a SellerAmp Google sheet so you can get kind of all those like different ideas sorted a little bit as well.
Boom, boom. Okay. Dangerous Goods family. Okay. So good work on that. So yeah, I mean, dude, there's a ton of opportunity for FBA Dangerous Goods because as a beginner, you can't automatically do it. You need to get accepted into it basically. And it's just a good opportunity to price shit higher, selling stuff FBA, sending stuff FBA Dangerous Goods, because in general, Amazon wants you to FBA stuff because they make more in fees. Because when you FBA something, you pay FBA fees, but you don't pay individual shipping because you ship it bulk. But then when you FBM something, you don't pay the Amazon fees, or at least the FBA fees, but you do pay individual shipping, and that revenue goes to UPS or USPS, right? So because of that, Amazon algorithmically puts people FBA in the buy box more than FBM, even at 5 to 10%, sometimes even a little bit higher prices right there. So that's a very, very good thing. Yeah, very, very good thing.
Yeah, you can also like run KPF searches just for hazmat too, Matt, if you want to like dive in on that. Like if you find a specific brand, maybe a specific like perfume that's on sale, like all certain brand of perfume filtered into hazmat, that kind of thing. A lot of good stuff in like Yankee on that too. Let's see, if your units require 300, that's I submit 10 on this sketchy. I know a lot of you'll probably have more submissions is what I'll generally say, but in that case it's 30 times cheaper. So sweet. Tammy said, when you pack to ship to Amazon, do you need a poly mailer with a hazard warning? Heard Amazon doesn't accept regular. Yeah, it's over like a certain width of the opening of the bag. You can like look up what that number is to confirm. But usually I'll just get like a variety pack of a bunch of different sizes of poly bag that have that suffocation warning on it. So you'll be good to go on that. But yeah, you do need to have that. It's like a legal. I think it's like a legal requirement more so than like an Amazon requirement.
Fine. Cool. Good to know. Yes, sir. Of course, right there. Nope. Sweet. So what other questions y'all got here today too? And make sure we're seeing some awesome new names in the chat too. Come to the free class tomorrow night if you haven't already. The link's in the description. It's not going to be posted on YouTube, not going to be posted on TikTok. The only place to find it is to be on the call with us tomorrow night, basically. There, yeah.
Can be breaking down a bunch of sauce for you guys, especially with Black Friday coming up. Literally giving away the product sourcing method. I usually spend about 50 grand on Black Friday weekend using the stuff that we're going to show you guys tomorrow night. So excited to jam on a bunch of that stuff with you guys. See, Ashton was asking about selling toys since Amazon is requiring like, product certificates, that kind of thing. I still sell toys. A lot of times those emails literally lead to nothing. I can't think of a single product that's been like actually affected by that. If you do have something get affected by it, you can usually like Google them and look up like those like registration documents and that kind of thing. Same goes for like if you ever need like lab testing documents, you can usually find those in like the FDA Orange book for like supplements and medicine and that kind of stuff.
I miss facts. Absolute facts right there. Yeah,
it's been approximately 1 week and we're all it's like a bad breakup. We're all sad, listening to sad music.
Start making the edits.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody need make like a montage of Corey with like see you again on it, the Kesha Macklemore song. Yeah, that'd be perfect. Yeah.
So Boxum, it's not going to be perfect, and no accounting software is going to be like perfect for taxes, but you can get a lot of what you need to do based off it, especially like the inventory totals and that stuff. And that's a great place to start. We also like combining it with QuickBooks as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you just download that, like all your fees and shipping costs and all that kind of stuff from Boxum. Combine that with like your Google Sheets or QuickBooks, where you write down like, I ate some lunch while I was out sourcing, and combine that, hand that off to the accountant at the end of the year. Let's see. You're eligible to sell a brand that was listed under generic. Yeah, you don't want to sell that if it's listed under generic. It's basically like pretending to be a brand that it's not, more or less. So it's technically like copyright infringement. You want to make sure you're selling stuff that has like the proper brand on that listing. For sure. What columns to have on a product list?
Yeah.
You got it.
SellerAmp wants to start, I feel like. That's what makes the most sense.
Yeah, I'm curious. If you're talking about like creating a listing, you shouldn't really need to do that.
I'm tripping. Okay, yeah, that actually probably does make a lot more sense for what that question.
Yeah, like columns for like bullet points. I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about, but yeah, you shouldn't need to be like creating listings, stuff like that. Let's see, what up, Revelation? She said, you've been getting emails from Amazon saying a listing has been suspended. You look, a listing's fine. They tell you the same thing. Yeah, so I have been seeing, I saw a couple people posting about like phishing emails going out, like pretending to look like an Amazon email. So always be super careful with those. Like any links that get emailed to you, as always, be careful. But I've heard of some phishing emails that look like Amazon. So like in that case, don't click any links. Like go straight to your Seller Central and compare there. It's honestly a good good practice in general to click as few links as possible to get emailed to you.
Does it take a lot to get ungated as a new seller? No, not at all, Michael. And in fact, you're going to sell a lot of auto-engate stuff, and you should sell a lot of auto-engate stuff. That's what we're focusing mostly these days on with our students, as well. But at the same time, a expectation you need to have as a new Amazon seller is that getting denied for ungates is completely normal, expected, and it doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong for items that do require documents. There's really two types of products, right? So there's ones that let you sell them immediately after you hit apply to sell and request approval, which is just checking if it's auto-ungated, and items that do require documents. Documents, you're typically going to get declined 10 to 20 times per brand. Use a big website to order confirmation email. Yeah, exactly. So like OO is getting declined from Walmart and Target. It's just how it works. Getting denied is completely normal. A really good thing you guys should check out after this video would be the ungating course. I'm going to drop it in the description. It's free. You should totally check that out. That'll answer like a lot of your frequently asked questions in respect to this stuff. It's a very, very helpful resource and give you a bunch of auto-engate products too.
Yeah. If you guys are on my channel, I'll drop the auto-engate ASIN list as well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm not sure if that specific distributor needs a deposit, Susanna. You want to work that out with them. I do know that EE is generally like not profitable either, just because they sell to so many people. So rather than buying from EE, maybe try to find like a mom and pop toy distributor. Because what you'll find that's kind of like counterintuitive with wholesale is a lot of times the big wholesalers that people have heard of have a marketing expense, so their costs to you are higher. You want that company nearby that's spending nothing on advertising. Their website's from the 80s. But they have good pricing because that's all they're focused on. So just start calling around for like toy distributors if you want to get into the wholesale, basically.
Is the auto-engate list updated? Yes, sir. Happy Monday, guys. Appreciate you, family. List good profitable products. Now, don't buy leads. Find them on your own. Find them on your own. Source them. Yeah, you'll learn a lot and you'll have a sustainable business with that. Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting spoon-fed, bad to mid leads rather than finding your own good to great leads. Let's see. Working on some auto-engates. Got some for Yankee and Gap. Still required. Still getting denied. Yeah, just keep submitting, Michael. It's normal, especially this time of year. Amazon doesn't want people, selling, fake stuff under the Christmas tree. It makes total sense. So you just, submit everything you do have. And like I said, Miles made an awesome like ungating video on YouTube recently. Just go check that out.
Yep. No bundles bundles are fine. Generic listings are not fine. Yes, you got to avoid generic listings.
It probably, you are right though, V. It is probably a generic because it's a bundle listing. It's probably made by somebody who wanted to kind of take advantage of that.
Oh, Will's doing truckloads. Cool. Oh, a shoe resale. That's beautiful.
Hell yeah. Cool. I don't do FTL personally just because you lose speed with it, right? You have to buy a whole, makes sense. You have to fill a truckload worth of stuff, which, would take us probably at least a week or two, and you're going to lose a lot of speed, especially this time of year. But it's a great idea if you're buying a ton of stuff. There's no reason not to, for sure.
Cool. Thank you so much. Of course. All right. So, guys, my 2017 LeBron performance is being called for pickup basketball today. So we want to see you guys tomorrow night at the free live class at 7 p.m. Eastern. Get registered at the link in the description, and appreciate y'all tuning into another Monday. Right there, we had a lot of ungating questions, so check out the free ungating course too that we got going on there as well. And y'all have a great night. Thanks for tapping in.
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys.
Have a good one.
Yep.
See y'all later.